Okay, and what we'll do is we will wait a few minutes, just like 2 or 3 minutes, for like as we normally do for everyone to get on and see the notifications. But man, uh, too bad I didn't do this Monday night, last night. But how could I have known that the two games that were on were going to be blowouts, both of them? So the Bills completely just, I don't know. It looked like a pro NFL team playing a college team last night. That was pretty pathetic. The Titans are garbage, I guess, or I don't know what happened to them. I don't know what is going on, but the team that used to, I used to say would challenge the Chiefs in the AFC and all that, they're gone. They're done. I don't know what happened there. They just look confused. Even Mike Vrabel, he looks like he's lost his kind of intelligence. But anyway, we'll get to that. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I could have done it last night. And that Eagles Vikings game, that sucked. Like that was boring. In fact, when by the time it got into the third quarter, I just kind of did other stuff, and didn't pay attention anymore. So okay, so we'll wait here just another minute or two before we get going. Let's see who's here so far. I'll call you guys out. Tyree, what's up, man? Nice to see you here. Look who's back. Nefertiti is here this time. All right. Michael Swearinger, what's up? D. Bateman says, nice Eye of Horus logo. A little suspicious, actually. Okay, I'll let it slide because it's Brady is 2-0. What do you mean, like Deep State? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Well, actually, that is a reformatted logo from Assassin's Creed Origins, and I was using that like 2 years ago. I think it's an older logo, but I thought I'd bring it back. It matched my outfit. So, Elf of Courage, what's up, man? John Thomas Chavez, Lorenzo Vasquez Solis, nice to see you here. Tiffany, I told you your Falcons they're just it's tank right now. They're in tank mode along with the Seahawks. Israel, let's go. Satire junk. Everyone here been mocking Brady, calling him a baby due to throwing helmets and tablets. Okay, yeah. Every time, right? So, how many players have thrown their helmets and their tablets? A lot, right? So, when a player gets angry, guys, okay? When a player gets angry, he's channeling what we're feeling, all right? And everything I was feeling during that Saints game was pissing me off, okay? Pissing me off, everything. And then Brady gets pissed, throws the tablet. I was like, all right, I felt that. I could feel it. That meant something was about to happen, something, you know. See it twice. What's up? A.J. Brown must have been valuable. I know, right? Exactly. Mike Miller. Should anyone be looking at bringing in AB or Cam Newton for what? To, like, do Uber Eats? Milena, do you think AB would be good at Uber Eats? I don't know. Salami pizza. What's up? Yeah, I'm not going to read your comment. I don't agree with it. So, Truth in. What's up, man? Anthony Preston. Yoke Duster. Yeah. Elf of Courage. Here we go. First super chat of the night. Elf of Courage. Since a $5 super chat and says, week one, boring, change the channel. Yeah, there was that did go on, yeah. Week two, wow, that escalated quickly. I agree. At week two and week one have nothing to do with each other. But week one is weird anyway. Like, we don't know what's going on. It's just kind of like, yeah. So, All right, Salami Pizza. I'll read what you said. He said, Salami Pizza said, although I don't know if you're he or she, but yeah. What do you identify as, Salami Pizza? What does a salami pizza identify as? Is a salami pizza, is it male or female? Is it what yeah, well it's a salami pizza, right? So it's got salami on it. All right. It says it's kind of embarrassing for a vet to act up like Brady did. Yeah, almost as embarrassing as when Aaron Donald hit a guy with his helmet. Um, I mean, yeah, sure. So, see, Mike Miller. Only if they like naked receivers. Hmm. Oh, okay. Maybe you mean Cam Newton as a tight end. Is that what you were going? Is that where you were going with that? That's not too bad. All right, say it twice. Aaron Donald swings helmets. It's just practice. See, someone knows what's up. Tiffany, it was the Saints, and Brady wanted that win. Truth and hey Vaughn, you know what's so funny? Someone asked me while I'm still rooting for the Patriots if Brady is on the Bucs. I always tell them why a bandwagon. I always tell them why bandwagon a team who only had a crumb of Brady's legacy. Uh, hmm. Well, why don't you just tell them to shove it up their ass? How about that? So, see it twice. AB would throw the foot halfway, throw the food out halfway to your house and drive back home. That's true. That's actually true. I don't think he'd actually ever make it, but even to the restaurant. Odson mate, what's up, man? Yeah, Mike, I agree. Week 1 is like preseason game 4. So, okay, yeah, Cam Newton and a Taysom heel roll. Okay, yeah, I got you. That could be interesting, especially putting uh, Tom and Cam together. Now they haven't done anything together. They were in that commercial though. That let's see, Under Armour commercial when Cam was a rookie. Do you guys remember that? Sometimes I think me and See It Twice are related. Like this dude reads my mind constantly. John Thomas Chavez sending a 21 months of member chat, and he says Tom doesn't usually name names, so he must have had a really good. He must have had a really good for refuting Ryan Fitzpatrick. Hmm. Well, I'll tell you what, John. What I think regarding the comment that Tom made on the barbershop, where he said that you're going to go with that motherfucker over me. I watched that again just recently. I just wanted to see like how he said it, and a big part of me thinks that there is no motherfucker, there is no specific guy. I think that he was just trying to add to the conversation, and he was speaking generally, right? Um, I mean, haven't you? I'm sure we've all done that before, right? We're in a setting, especially a setting like that, where you're supposed to contribute, and it's supposed to be a little controversial. You're supposed to say things so they can get sound bites and stuff for that type of show. And Tom isn't generally one to say stuff like that, and it makes me wonder if what he said is true. Like, oh, you're going to go with someone over me, but I believe that he meant that. But anyone specific in mind, I'm not so sure that he maybe even had anybody in his head that was specific. But let's just say that he does. Okay, let's say that there was one person in mind. I still believe, and I will forever believe that it's Ryan Tannehill. So it's Ryan Tannehill, and I'll tell you why. It won't be. I know we heard about what the Raiders and everything. He wouldn't talk about Derek Carr like that. First of all, um, I know he likes his brother David. He's friends with David Carr, So I don't think he'd talk about Derek like that or think of Derek that way. And Derek has always shown Tom a lot of respect. And it was the Raiders didn't just say no to Tom; they said no to Gronk. So it was the whole deal involved that Gruden didn't want to deal with. So I think they're out. I don't think it's San Francisco because he wouldn't say that about Jimmy. Jimmy's a good friend of his. Jimmy still goes to his annual Kentucky Derby get-togethers. You're not going to say that about Jimmy, your friend. So, and he did try to go to the San Francisco, but him and Kyle Shanahan could not get along. They could not agree on how the offense should be ran and how much control Tom would have, and personnel and things like that. So they couldn't get on the same. They couldn't get an agreement there, so that didn't work. Who else did he talk to? He talked. Apparently, something with Miami happened. They didn't really go with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Okay, they didn't do that. It was basically okay. The Tom deal's not going to work out, and we know we have like a million stories. But then Ryan Fitzpatrick was kind of like, okay, I guess I'll have to keep him for now. But really, they were eyeing something else down the road if they couldn't get Tom. And I don't think it was I pick him over you, Tom situation. And plus, Tom did say that Ryan Fitzpatrick is not that guy. So at least that's one we can move away. So that leaves to Tennessee Titans. He did speak to Tennessee. He was interested in going to Tennessee. He was interested in playing for his friend, Mike BRAWL. To get declined by your friend, that right there would bother me more than anything. It would hurt me more than anything. That all the other teams could say no, but to have my friend, the guy I won Super Bowls with, to tell me that I'm not good enough anymore, that you don't trust me. And they literally did. They literally picked Ryan Tannehill over Tom. Okay? So they said, no, Tom, we're going to go with Ryan, and we're going to give Ryan a contract. And they gave him a contract. Tom doesn't like Ryan Tannehill, and Ryan Tannehill doesn't like Tom Brady. You guys remember, Ryan Tannehill was a Dolphin. He was a Dolphins quarterback. There's a lot of bad blood there. And Tom getting chosen, or them choosing Ryan Tannehill, that guy over Tom, that is the one. He's the motherfucker. If there is a specific motherfucker, it's Ryan Tannehill. All right. Evan Courage sends a $5 super chat. Man, you're off to a good start tonight. He says, the two most hilarious things happened last Sunday. The Colts got shut out by the Jags, which I cannot believe. Mind blown here. I mean, like you said, week 2, weird. All right. And a fan got banned for life from the Factory of Sadness. A Browns fan got kicked out. I didn't know. I didn't hear about that. You're gonna have to tell me what happened there. Thank you. See it twice. Yeah. Thank you for agreeing. You still like the idea of Tannehill. I think it just fits. It's too perfect, right? Oh, and Milena, let me know if someone sends a membership chat because it doesn't show up on my software as a super chat. Okay, so only the super chats show up. So if I miss it, just kind of let me know there. Speaking of missing stuff, I just want to correct something. Last week, our last Saturday night show, Dave Wilhauer sent me a $10 super chat, and I said it was a $2 super chat, which I have no idea why. But the show last week was kind of weird. I was in a lot of pain that night, and I didn't have Milena to correct me, so it was all weird and stuff. But Dave, I want to thank you for sending that $10 super chat, man, and I really appreciate it. Sorry about that. Yeah, Tiffany. Then Myles Garrett, who took his helmet and hit Mason Crosby in the head with it. I don't know. I guess that's kind of immature, I guess, when you're trying to murder someone with a football helmet. But I agree. Yeah. So salami pizza adds some negativity to the chat. That nothing wrong with that. That's fine. That gives us something to talk about. So kudos to salami pizza. Boat duster. Well, that motherfucker looked really good yesterday on the bench. I saw a meme that had Mike Vrabel walking up to Ryan Tannehill and said, "Have you ever heard of DoorDash?" Oh, look who's here! One of our big dick membership guys, James Johnson, 17 months. 17 months. Awesome, man. He says, finally, there is some passion in football again. Brady beats the Saints. Can't wait. I cannot wait to see Brady versus Rodgers round 5. The Bills kick ass. Absolutely, they do. Jimmy G is back. Sorry, Trey Lance. But James, that was the football gods basically making Kyle Shanahan not look like an idiot, because he never should have gone with Trey. You should have gone with Jimmy G one more year and then put Trey in after that. And he finishes and James says, I would say the 49ers are a playoff team now. I agree. I'm loving football right now. The Giants 2-0. I know. I feel bad. Like every week I pick against the Giants. I did this last year too. But this year it's going against me. So every time I pick the Giants, they win. So if you're a Giants fan, you probably want me to pick against you next week. I probably will. Oh, the fan threw a water bottle. Okay. Celtic Nation, what's up, man? Oh, that's not a super chat, but I'm posting it anyway. See it twice. Says Tannehill would suck at DoorDash. He can't drive. Well, that's good, man. You know what? I should hire See It Twice to write jokes for me. I need a writer here. So, Daniel, what do you say? All right. Wow. Okay. So many things you guys are asking for, and really don't have a preference in order of what we're going to go over. How about I'll just pick it up as it comes in? So Israel says, any thoughts on the Dallas-Cincinnati game? Also, I feel terrible for Joe Burrow. He's already been sacked 13 times. Let that sink in. Yeah, well, the Bengals are experiencing what's called, as you guys all know, the Super Bowl hangover. The Super Bowl losers hangover. And it's when a team kind of just goes on a great streak and all of a sudden they catch lightning in a bottle, and the next season they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to keep it together. They don't know how to get past that. It's very rare for a team to lose a Super Bowl and then the next year just completely come out kicking ass. It doesn't mean that the Bengals are not going to be any good the rest of the year, but they've got to, like you said, they've got to protect Joe Burrow. But it's not just that simple. Everyone knows what you're about now. Okay, so before, let's say last year, up until the playoffs, basically, when someone played the Bengals, they weren't thinking like, "Oh my God, we're playing Joe Burrow, we're playing the Bengals. They're scary. We better put our best together." Nobody was thinking that. Nobody cared. You know. Don't forget, just a few years ago, they went what 1-15, something like that. So no one was thinking of you in that way. Now they are. Now they see you as the AFC champions. They see you as a threat, and that's a different mentality. So it's so much more than that. And I just want to say I've never met a Bengals fan, but if there is one out there, I would like to say that welcome to what it feels like to be a fan of a team that is always the target, having that on the bullseye on your forehead, and that's what that's like all the time. Rarely happens when a team loses a Super Bowl and then comes back again. The Patriots did it in 2018 after losing to the Eagles in 2017. But again, the Bengals don't have Tom Brady and they don't have Belichick, so that's it. Asking too much there. But normally this is how it works. So. Tyler Boyd is seeing a lot of double coverage. They're 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 putting safeties over the top of him. Then I only got to see a little bit of the game, but that's what I noticed. Um, yeah, they're doing what they're putting everything they have on making Joe Burrow throw to the worst players. And you've got to figure out how to do that. And that's what I was talking about with Patrick Mahomes. I said, if he learns how to do that without, now that Tyreek's gone, if he learns how to do that, he is going to be more dangerous than you guys have ever realized if he can get that down. And so far, it looks like it's okay. Now, Mahomes had some trouble against the Chargers, but they got the victory, and that's all that matters. He had probably, three interceptions against the Chargers. That two were dropped and one was, two were flags that got called back. And then a third one was, they called it a drop, but I know the ball touched the ground, but I think Asante Samuel had control of it. And I know we talked about this game on Saturday already, but I just want to say that when a quarterback has a lot of skill set, can move around the pocket, can make things happen, when you've got that Brett Favre type style, and you can mix that with good pocket presence, patience, and willing to wait for your third, fourth, and even fifth read to come open. If you can do that, you become a very, very dangerous player, and you also preserve yourself, and you last longer. So. Hey, Cried Wolf. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man, but yeah, what's up? Cried Wolf says, well, I tried to ask a question with Super Chat, but I'm getting hit with errors, so trying to support the boy. Thanks, man. Yeah, just send me your question. Milena, make sure I don't miss that one. From Cried Wolf. Elf of Courage says, who can see beating the Bills this season? Right now, nobody. Okay? Milena was watching the Bills game with me last night, and she's just like, wow, these guys, who's going to beat them, right? And I started to wonder if last year's loss to the Chiefs and the way they lost is the catalyst that is going to put them in the Super Bowl. And I'm telling you right now, they're my pick for the AFC. So I don't like picking before the season because it's just dumb. It's just blindly throwing darts. But now that I've seen a few games, the Bills are on, dude, they're on a whole other level. They're playing like Bill Belichick. There's three phases of the game of football, and they play all three great, and that's what they're doing. So I think they're finally going to get to the Super Bowl. They're finally going to get back, and I hope to God it's Buffalo versus Tampa Bay, and that would be fun because of the lead up to the Super Bowl. The 2 weeks lead up would be the story that Tom owns the Bills, and hell, technically, Tom has owned the Bills longer than the Pagulas have, the actual real owners of the Bills. So if you think about it. But that would be interesting to see that lineup. So, and I know that the Bills are in the Patriots division, but the Bills don't bother me. I've never been bothered by them. I was asked this question by a friend who was over the other day watching football, and he's like, does the Bills bother you? And I said, no, actually, funnily enough, they don't. It's not about whether a team is good or bad if I hate them. If I don't like them, there's other reasons. I don't like the Jets. I can't stand them, and that's personal. What the Jets have done over the years, like behind the scenes and through the league, and with Goodell working for them and all that. And, it's just, I hate the Jets. The Dolphins, I'm not that fond of, but depending on the situation, I can take them or leave them, whatever. And the Bills won't bother me at all. The Bills might as well be in another division as far as I'm concerned. So. Lorenzo says, I feel like people are overrating Burrow a bit. That might be the case right now. I think I can agree with that at the moment. That because they got to the Super Bowl and because he played very well up until that point. I even thought he played pretty good in the Super Bowl, but we all know what happened there. But now they're expecting him to be Josh Allen all of a sudden, and I don't know. I don't know if he's there yet. So. John Thomas Chavez sends a $2 super chat. He says, Bill's master plan. Wait for Josh to get fired. To what end? What? I mean, do you really think McDaniels would change anything right now? I don't know if that would matter much. I guess he would. I mean, but they seem to be just making weird decisions anyway. Like, I don't know. But you could get him for almost nothing, right? I think that may be your point. So, okay, there's Credwolf. All right. Credwolf says, with the risk of sounding like an Aaron Rodgers fan, trust me, I am not. What is the difference between Brady throwing a tablet and if Rodgers threw one? With Tom, it's passion. But with Aaron, he is a diva. Okay. All right. That's a valid question or statement. Okay. The reason it's different is because Tom has a history of not being a douche, of being a leader and doing all the right things and saying all the right things and helping out his teammates and stepping up for his teammates. So he's built a entire, legacy on this, that's the kind of guy he is. So when Tom does get angry, good things end up happening after that. With Aaron over the years, Aaron has buried his teammates. We all know that. He's been not a very good teammate at all. He's put himself in trouble with the organization itself, while Tom had always taken pay cuts and let Belichick kind of maneuver the contracts around him and disperse it throughout the team, the other guys. Aaron always wanted max deals, the things he says in press conferences and stuff. So, and then Aaron doesn't have a history of, getting fired up and then going out there and just getting the job done. So I think it's all about the person who does it, and that's the big difference there. It may not be fair, I guess, but I think that's why. But yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah, salami pizza. I don't know what's going on with the Colts, except for I rewatched the highlights of the Colts game because we didn't get much of it here. But 2 weeks in a row now, I've noticed that Matt Ryan's receivers cannot catch a ball. Okay, they cannot catch a football, and I don't know why. Don't know what their deal is, but go back and trust me. You don't have to take my word for it. Go back and look. Watch the highlights. Actually, highlights may not be good enough. You need to watch the incompletions. A lot of the incompletions, they may not show those. Watch how many drops from the first 2 weeks. And if you keep up with the drops, then as you watch them, you'll see that scores change. And now it may not have helped them in against Jacksonville, because that was just a team-wide annihilation there, but they were still dropping then too. But week 1, they could have got the victory if they had caught the balls, especially in the end zone. Bills have won their past 20 games with double-digit differences. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, Cried Wolf. Okay, it's a what-if question. Yeah, I don't know if Aaron has done that. Maybe he hasn't. But I mean, what I said is the same thing. If he did do it, and they would call him a diva, right? He would be called a diva, and that would be the reason, though. So. Yeah, the Colts in Jacksonville, Michael. The Colts in Jacksonville is basically the Patriots in Miami for whatever reason. $5 super chat from Elf of Courage says, if the Bills end up beating the Chiefs, do we still use the Rob Parker meme? Which one? Can you remind me? Which Rob Parker meme are we talking about here? I have not kept up with Rob Parker since I did that video on him in 2019. I can't stand to hear his voice. It's just, I honestly think that I think he has a low IQ. Like, I think he's actually got like mental problems. I think his IQ is probably like at around 85 or something. And I just cannot stand to listen to him. And he's just a bad person. He's just a jerk off. Okay. Oh, Elf of Courage, better than all those dudes ever were. That wasn't Rob Parker. That was Ryan Clark. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So if the Bills end up beating the Chiefs, do we still use the Ryan Clark meme? Right. Patrick Mahomes, he's better than any of those dudes ever were. So I guess, what does that make Josh Allen, right? In this case. So Anthony Preston, you just dropped the gauntlet there. Anthony Preston says, Milena, Rob Parker and Maxine Waters, 2 low IQ people. Anthony, being a person living in California, I cannot agree with you more. Well said, buddy. Well said. Yeah, Rob Parker is no way, no how. Tom's won what? 4 Super Bowls since he said that quote? Played in 5. Okay, so let's talk about the Saints Bucs game first. And I've heard people saying that they think that Tom started that fight. Let's go to the tape. No way, exactly. No way, no how. So hopefully they won't turn this off on us. So, all right. So right here, you have Tom bitching at the refs about something. I'm not exactly sure what he was bitching about. But then you have dickhead here, Lattimore, says something to Tom. We can only guess what that is, but it was something enough to piss Tom off. And Tom reacts, "What'd you say, bitch?" You know, Tom does that, right? So he's always going to respond. All right. So far, in my opinion, this has nothing to do with the actual fight. So this is normal. This is standard NFL trash talk. All right. So you can't really say that this started the fight, because 9 times out of 10, this ends with just a little, hey, you suck, and hey, your mother sucks, and whatever, right? But it was Fournette here who made it physical. Normally, Brady would have just got up to Lattimore and then somebody would have separated them. Still, not a brawl actually yet until then. So Fournette going up to him, pushing Lattimore, and then Lattimore pushing Fournette backwards. That altercation there is kind of what lit the fire, I think. But what really set it off, now it could have ended there too until Mike Evans did what he did. So this is what started it. Boom. That right there. That started the fight. I think if Evans doesn't do that, it probably gets broken up and it's just another scuffle or whatever. Whatever. This is the same stuff. Now, I want to say to Mike Evans, not that he's listening, but hey, Mike Evans, I have given him crap over the years. You guys know that. And my problem has been sometimes there was times where he didn't go for the ball. Sometimes I felt, but on the replay, you can see him say to the refs, "That was Tom Brady. What do you expect me to do?" And I have absolutely massive respect for him now. For him to go up to the refs and not even joking, he's seriously saying, "That was Tom Brady. What do you expect me to do?" That is so cool. I mean, I can't disagree with that at all. Even if it was another legend like that, if some Saints player said that about Drew Brees, that's Drew Brees, what do you expect me to do? Or that's Peyton Manning, or that's whatever, I would be applauding that. But now he's got suspended. That's a problem because they don't have anybody left. So Chris Godwin is hurt like usual. That's no surprise. Julio Jones is hurt like usual. That's no surprise. I don't even know how he got hurt. I don't even remember him getting hurt. So maybe someone looked at his ankle and he hurt it or something. I don't know. And now Mike Evans is gone for a game, unless he wins the appeal, which he's not going to. You know why he's not going to win the appeal? Because the appeals judge's son, I think, plays on the Packers or works on the Packers or something. I saw that posted here. Let's see. Who posted that? I just want to make sure I give credit. Okay. A million post here. Oh, Rhea Rue. Okay, yeah. She posted, "Hey, John Runyon Sr., former NFL player, is the NFL VP of Policy and Rules Administration. His son, John Runyon Jr., plays for the Packers." Okay, I didn't realize they were related. Guess who the Bucs play next week? All right. Yeah, no way he's going to win that appeal. With that being the case, it's not going to happen. So perfect timing too for the Packers. They get a break there, right? I believe they signed Cole Beasley, which I don't even know, is he even any good anymore? I remember he was kind of good for the Cowboys. He was okay, like he was a good route runner for the Bills, but I haven't heard much from him in a while. I don't know. You know what? Julian just needs to come back. I know he's probably hurt and he's just probably done. He wants to be done, whatever. But if he was healthy, I would love to see that. That'd be awesome. So. All right, let's continue this. Now, can someone help me with something? There's a problem I'm having here. and it's a bit weird, you know. Milena, are you watching this? That's the right answer. Could someone explain to me what the fuck that guy is doing on the fucking sidelines? Can someone explain to me why this stupid ass, what is he doing? Why is he there? Is this why they were losing? Is this why? Is this why the game sucked so bad? What is he doing there? Why is he on the sidelines? I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, what? What? Millennium says, what? Why did we see Bruce Arians? What the is he doing there? Why? He's out there causing shit, stirring shit up, I guess, apparently. Why is he on the sidelines? Nobody wants you, Bruce. No one likes you. All right? Congrats on losing a little bit of weight. So you don't eat 3 Burger King hamburgers in one sitting anymore. You only eat 2 and you have some chicken nuggets. All right, cool. That's fine. Good for you. It looks like Jason Light, the guy standing next to you, it looks like he's probably eats that other hamburger for you. Why are you there? This is Todd Bowles' team, okay? Todd Bowles' team, not yours. Piss, no. We know the moment he got involved in the Packers game, then the picks started coming. Remember that? They're playing a great game, and then he started getting involved, wanted to have that Bruce Arians, that airmail crap going on, and then here comes the interceptions. Bruce Arians. I thought we got rid of this douche. All right. But yeah, so here, that's pretty cool. I like it. But no, Tom did not start this fight. It got triggered with the Fournette and Lattimore push. I'll push you, you push me back, and then Evans comes in and barrels him down. And Evans has a history with Lattimore that goes way back. In fact, Evans has a long history of just doing this in general to anybody, especially the Saints. He does that. So Ozymandias, the same judge ruled against him in 2017 on the same issue. So yeah, there's no even with his son playing for the Packers, it's not going to get overturned. He's not going to win that appeal. Yeah, John, there was a disturbance in the force. It's called Bruce Arians. Marcus, yeah, I know what you meant. There was no box to store them in. So there should have been a box upstairs, like with a cattle fence or a pig, like a pig in a pig farm, and they keep them in. And you just keep those 2 fat asses in there. Although Jason Light's not too bad, I don't want to talk bad about him. He's actually done a pretty good job. So, but I don't like to see executives and people from the front office on the sidelines anyway. I think that's weird. But I understand if they're down there in a Super Bowl victory, like the last quarter or whatever, that makes sense. But I don't need to see Bruce Arians' fat ass down there in week 2. Okay, so if he's going to be down there in week 2, he's going to do this now. That's the problem. He's going to be doing this. So yeah, Israel. Yeah, am I happy that they've been disciplined with Bowles? Yeah, Todd has This Todd has got this team working, and it's not even been that pretty so far. It's been kind of it's been difficult to get things going, but it's only been 2 weeks, of course. But I still feel like this team down the road is going to be the best of the three, or they could be. Makes me wonder if what would happen if last year, but well, those hits on Tom Brady should have been called in that divisional game. But whatever. See, now I'm all flustered and shit. Bruce Arians, man. He gets my freaking ugh. I just can't stand him. Because it all comes back. All the stupid mistakes, all the dumb play calls, all the dumb interviews and post-game interviews where he's smiling like an idiot, thinking that he is the reason why everything is going the way it is. So, guys, there's something that my friend Z Sean told me yesterday, and I didn't even notice it. And the reason I didn't notice it is because I don't look too far ahead on the schedule. I don't like doing that. I like just kind of taking 1 week as it goes, being surprised or being excited about the next game. And I know it's probably not the best thing to do, but I don't generally look too far ahead. But he pointed out something that I found intriguing. The Saints in week 2, the Bucs play the Packers in week 3, and then next is the Chiefs. That is the same sequence of the playoffs on their Super Bowl run in 2020. They played Drew Brees and the Saints, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, and Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. That's a mighty big coincidence if they didn't do that on purpose. Elf of Courage sends a $5 super chat. He says, okay, let's talk Pats. How did you like Max's performance minus the pick? I thought it was good. I thought it was okay. I'll have to admit that I thought he was in trouble. I saw a video after he got injured, and he was leaving what looked, or going to, maybe he was leaving the x-ray or getting looked at. And he looked like a mess. I thought, uh-oh, this is not going good. But it's a good win. I was thinking that it was going to be a loss and going to start 0-2, and now with the Ravens coming up, that would be a very, very bad situation to be in. I still don't like how the offenses ran. I think it's weird. And where's Kendrick Bourne? Didn't see him till the second half. If he played in the first half, you guys got to point it out because I didn't see him. But being in LA, they don't, if you want to see a game or parts of a game, you have to watch Red Zone. So, but beating the Steelers, I know they didn't have TJ Watt, but still beating the Steelers, that's a good win. I think that is a solid victory right there. And even if they go, let's say they lose to the Ravens, right? And we'll cover that on Saturday night. But even if they lose to the Ravens, I don't think that's too bad of a start, actually. In the end, it's the Bills division, okay? So we're playing for the extra spot, more or less. Six or seven probably is more realistic. Paramount Plus. I didn't even know you can watch football on Paramount Plus. I didn't know that. Yeah, it was the first Patriots Steelers game that didn't have Ben Roethlisberger or Tom Brady, which is weird. I think they said the first Patriots Steelers matchup since 1998 that didn't have one of those guys. That's so weird. But I don't know. I think people are freaking out. Some people are freaking out too badly on Mac, and I think it's going to be fine. He is mentally tough as hell. I'm telling you that. He might be the right choice. We're just wanting instant gratification, and we're wanting, and not just us, but people in general expecting, oh, it's the Patriots, so Mac's got to be Tom Brady immediately, right out the gate. He's got to just completely just be, throwing the ball all over the place and running everything himself and stuff like that. And now, don't forget that Josh is gone, so he's got a different coordinators. Two guys who don't even know what they're doing. I mean, you have a special teams guy that got fired by the Giants, and he was our special teams coach for a long time. And then you've got a defensive coordinator who got fired by the Lions, of course, then came back. And they're supposed to be running the offense. So you got to also understand that Mac is dealing with that. But we don't know how bad he's injured, but I know he looked pretty bad. So how much longer is Bill Belichick going to stick around? I just don't believe there's any way that Robert Kraft would fire him. So he would have to leave on his own terms. And the thing is, nobody knows anything about Bill's contract. So, but I don't know. To be honest with you, that Steelers game was encouraging. I saw some grit. I saw some fight there. I saw some anger in some of the guys and passion there. And I didn't see that in week one. The week one was kind of just like nobody really cared. And week two seemed to be quite a bit different, except for I wanted to see Bourne more often. But Nelson Aguilar, that was great. That was a great play. Jacoby Myers, that's so funny, man. Every time I hear his name, there's a law firm called Jacoby and Myers, and their advertisements are on all the time here, and I just cannot get that out of my head. Now, we already had a player named Law Firm, a nickname Law Firm. His name was Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. It sounds like a law firm, right? So you can't really call Jacoby that anymore. Or you can't call him just Law Firm. We have a $5 super chat from John Thomas Chavez. He says, I'm starting to think that New England doesn't know what to do with Bourne rather than the coaches hating him, but at least Bill still owns Pittsburgh. To be honest with you, I'm getting sick of this. I'm getting sick of the petty behind the scenes stuff. I want the best players on the field, and you can't afford anymore to be doing this crap. This I'm going to bench Malcolm Butler for whatever reason, or I'm going to bench Wes Welker for a comment he made. I'm going to bench him for the first quarter in a divisional playoff game against the Jets because I'm the disciplinarian. I'm going to send away Antonio Brown after 1 week, even though the owner is a bigger pervert than Antonio ever could be. But hey, let's just keep doing that. No, I want the best guys on the field, and I don't give a crap about all this other stuff. There's nothing he could have done too bad to deserve to not be on the field to help. Because if he did something that bad, then just get rid of him. If it's so bad that you don't play him, then just get rid of him. What are you doing? Put him on the field. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the pettiness. And you can't do that anymore. You ain't got Tom anymore. So you need to be making sure that Mac has his guys. Addy Basorno, what's up, Addy? Addy, listen. What the hell, man? How do the Browns lose that game? Can you I mean, this is a serious question. Can you explain to me how this happens? You've been a Browns fan your whole life, okay? How does this always happen to them? They find new and amazing ways to lose. It's actually quite something, and I hope for your sake that it gets turned around quickly. But that right there is a mentally destroying game, and I just hope they're okay. What I wanted from them is to at least go 500 or close to it by the time Watson gets back, and then maybe things will get better there. So, yeah. But I'll read your super chat, Eddie, though. I feel bad. He says, "Oh, week 2 never happened." Yes, it did, my friend. Yes, it did. Eddie has a backup super chat. He says, celebrating 21 months of membership. He says, it's Joe Woods having a hard on for prevent defense, which does not work. Again, like the old saying goes, Eddie, all prevent defense does is prevent you from winning. Okay? That's it. That's all it does. It's definitely prevent defense. Okay? South Dakota saved. Says, thank you very much for calling Belichick out. Well, I'll tell you what. He's just doing things that annoy me. Not naming an offensive coordinator. Actually, I'm sorry, not getting an offensive coordinator because there's not one. That you can hardly call those two guys, Matt Patricia and Joe Judge, offensive coordinators. And offensive coordinator by committee? Are you serious? What was the point in that? And why didn't you just put Matt Patricia back on as DC? Oh wait, you can't because you're wanting your son to. Okay, so see, is he doing what's best for the team? I don't know. So he always says that, right? He always says, I'm going to do what's best for the team. But did he do what's best for the team with Malcolm Butler? Did he do, like Mike Miller said, did he do what's best for the team when he benched Jonas Gray after having a 200-yard game? Was that what was best for the team? Maybe, maybe not. Now, I know we ended up with LeGarrette Blount, and that kind of went pretty good, but still, a bit weird. Rafael Hagoy, $2 super chat. He says, screw the Cardinals. Raiders suck. Rafael. Again, week two. Week 2 is weird, right? What the hell, Raiders? What the hell? My friend Z, he's a big Raiders fan. And I wrote to him, I said, I think the league has it out for the Raiders. I mean, they called this one flag that was just nothing. Okay, it was complete nonsense. And it was important. But Hunter Renfrow, is trying just to get into field goal range, and he gets stripped. You can't. You've got to protect the ball in those situations. How you even let them come back like that? Did you see Football Baby running around? How do you let him go everywhere and not do anything about it? It's so annoying. It reminded me of when Patrick Mahomes is running around. Nobody wants to touch him. You just kind of hover around him like oh, well, we don't want to touch him, and you let him just run every which way, and then he finally makes a stupid play or something. So yeah, that was quite annoying, because I want to see the Raiders do well for my friend, and I want to see him excited. So the same way I want to see the Browns do good because of Addy. So it's very annoying. But it's okay, Raphael. It's okay. All right, it's fine. The Cardinals suck. Okay, they do. And that was more of a Raiders meltdown, I think. That's not always going to happen. Football Baby is not always going to be able to do those things. That's one of those just situations where just everything clicked and it worked, right? But your idiot coach, Kyle Shanahan, the football gods forced his hand, and now he has to play Jimmy G. And now it's time to get serious. Now it's time for the 49ers to take the division. And you're going to take it from the Rams. Get them out. I can't stand them. Push them out. Okay? So I'm going for Jimmy G. I'm going for your 49ers and that division. Addy sends a $5 super chat and says, I had to turn everything off and lay down just to wrap my head around that game. Kudos to the Jets, though. They obviously wanted the W more. And you know what, Addy? It's the same thing as I just said about the Cardinals. That was lightning in a bottle. Everything had to go perfectly for that to happen. So if the Jets don't get the onside kick, which a lot of times, most of them, what is it, 20% success rate, and they get it back to see Joe Flacco, they scored with, oh, God. All right. The Browns win, and we don't think much of it, right? And that's it. They start 2-0, and nobody thinks they suddenly don't just suck because they lost that game. It just, so many things had to go right. And same for the Jets. The Jets don't suddenly just get better now. They're not a good team because all that happened. Just lightning in the bottle, everything had to happen a certain way, and it's not going to be consistent. Kyler Murray is listed as 5'9", but he's actually like 5'8". If Kyler Murray is 5'11", I'm 6'9". So let me check. See, I got Addy's first one. And I got his second one. Screw the Cardinals, got that one. James Johnson, I missed. Okay, so I'm a little back. James Johnson sends a $2 super chat. He says, Browns meet 2012 Joe Flacco. For real, right? So Joe Flacco, all of a sudden, he thought he was on the Super Bowl run for the Ravens. It's like, what the hell? Do you know that's Joe Flacco's first victory as a Jet? If you want to add insult to injury. So not only did the Browns lose that game when they clearly had it won, any other team would have had it won, unless you're the Falcons. But, or in this case, the Raiders too. But you lost to the Jets. You lost to Joe Flacco getting his first victory. That's pretty bad. Oh, a Nefertiti sighting. Nefertiti, celebrating 22 months of membership. I should hope so. You didn't cancel your membership, did you? No. All right. Wouldn't that be messed up? She's like, no, I'm done. I'm canceling it. All right. She says, so happy football is back. VAS is back. Great to see all of you here. VAS, let's fucking go. Yes, and remember to hit that like button. We've had we were up in the 40s viewers, and we've only got 20 likes. So some of you guys are not. Yeah, he's football baby. That's why Milena calls him football baby, because he's little. Milena loves football baby. He annoys me. I don't know. I'm annoyed by him. But yeah, well, Doug Flutie wasn't exactly a Hall of Famer, was he? So, but yeah, he was short too. But no way am I giving up a number one overall pick for football baby. And that's what the Cardinals did. And they just gave him a crap load of money. And they had to put in his contract that he had to study. He had to study more. Yeah. So you give a guy money, and in the contract you have to tell him to study more. How dumb of an organization do you have to be to do something like that? If you have to put that, if you feel you have to put that, why are you giving him money? Like, I really don't understand this. So it's ignorant. Yeah, the Cardinals will go Cardinals, right? So here's speaking of Ozymandias. Speaking of owning a team. Now the GOAT of CFL is Warren Moon. You can't take it away from my guy. Warren Moon is the GOAT of the Canadian Football League. See it twice since the $2 super chat and says Deshaun called and said it's fine if we rub it in. No, Elf, we were just hoping for Addie's sake. We were hoping that things changed, and to lose in that manner for any team, even a historically bad one, that was pretty pathetic. So I think it was more of wishful thinking. So I think that's what it comes down to. Y'all see what the Dolphins did to the Ravens? That was crazy, right? Dolphins are 2-0. That's weird. All right. Well, I guess. Oh, I called that one. The Lions. Uh, I said the Lions would defeat the DC Lizard people. Called that one right. I'm happy for Jared Goff to get a victory there. That's awesome. The Giants again beat the Panthers. I don't know what the hell. I'm not picking them anymore. They suck. So the Falcons tried to come back against the Rams. That is like, okay, what was happening there? But to no avail. 49ers destroyed the Seahawks. Seahawks are in tank mode now, like I said. So their Super Bowl, their big game was against Russell Wilson, and now it's time for them to just lose every game because they won a number one pick for a quarterback next year. A lot of quarterbacks are said to be coming out of the draft. A lot of good ones, apparently, so the experts say. Broncos beat the Texans, but they were getting booed. Their offense was getting booed quite a bit. And the Packers, by the way, the Packers was the game I picked for my survivor pool. So I've made it to week 3. But as I've looked at the week 3 schedule, this one's going to be tough. So on Saturday night, I'm going to need y'all's help. We're going to have to talk about this. And we're going to have to see what is the right choice for me. Eagles 2-0. Yeah. Doesn't mean much. Yeah, Ravens were killing it and then got killed. I know that it's just like y'all were saying, week 2 was just weird. Just so strange. All right, guys. So it's a weeknight, just a reaction show. We're not going to do a full 2-hour show. We're going to keep this going, keep it fun and energetic, and not drag on for too long there. But yeah, great week this week. I had so much fun watching football this weekend. Much better than week 1. Week 1 was a snooze fest, to be honest. Although I did enjoy the Bucs Cowboys game, that was pretty good. So, and I enjoyed watching the Bills destroy the Rams. That was hilarious. But oh, okay. Before we go, we got one more. Raphael sends a $5 super chat. He says, "Watch Seahawks." What? All right, let me try that again. Watch Seahawks fans cheer Wilson next week when we play him after they boot him. Yeah, well, that's exactly. So they're Seattle people. What do you expect? They're idiots. So, yeah, yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you Saturday night for week 3 to get us ready for week 3. And I want to thank you guys for being here. Had a lot of fun. This was cool, and I think we're going to start doing this. So I liked it, and I appreciate all y'all's support, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, and I'll see you Saturday. Good night.